Dear white women, I want to take you on a quick history lesson so you can better understand why we as black women today, we have collectively decided that we are going to bond like never before, and we no longer going to be your savior. Now, we don't hate you, but we can't save you no more. Let me take you down history. Let's go all the way back to some of y'all's ancestors who were slave owners. And your great-great-great-grandmother, the slave owner's wife, would watch her husband rape, pillage the black slave woman and probably not say a damn word. And then after the slave master raped that black slave, then she had to come in your great-great-great-grandmother's slave plantation home and nurse their white babies because your white tits were just too precious, you understand? What about when he was snatching our babies away from them? Did you know that there was something called feeding the babies, slave babies, to alligators to get the alligators out of the way so that the fishermen could fish? You didn't know that, did you? You don't want this taught in your schools. That's why you want to support Project 2025, because truth can either set you free. And the reality is some of you have been bound up. It's just generational curses in your blood. It's called a spirit of racism. And unless you acknowledge it, you can never be delivered from it. But let's move on further up to Jim Crow and whites only. Where were the women? Oh yeah, there were some. Don't get me wrong. We're not mad at you. We understand it was not you yourself. But what we're saying is, do you see the snowball effect of frustration and disappointment when year after year after year, century, decade, that you didn't really show up for us? I don't care how many of our black men you marry, sleep with, how many of their babies you have. You're not black. Do you code switch? Do you know what code switching is? We've been taught that as black people. The way we talk to you all 9 out of 10 times, that's not how we talk to homegirl and Ray Ray and Pookie at our house on a Friday night when we playing spades and drinking some gin and juice. Because we were taught that you all would not respect us unless we were 10 times smarter than you, 10 times more articulate than you, and worked 100 times harder. Have you ever had to not wear your natural hair because your natural hair was seen as nappy, kinky, undesirable, and not marketable, therefore not hireable? You think we black women sometimes wear wigs and weaves because we want to be white? Hell to the no, 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 no. We learned we had to assimilate. And then once we get the job, that's when we wear our Angela Davis afros or our short hairstyles. So again, this beautiful movement that's happened with black women has nothing to do with us hating you white women. What it has to do with the fact that we have had an epiphany that we can no longer rescue you. We cannot rescue the Latina. We cannot rescue anybody but ourselves and our children and our men. So again, we don't hate you, but we can't go on like we've been going.